Stewie, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Yeah, great, mate. We're going to get straight into the fishing report today.
What's the date, Dougie?
It's the 7th and 8th, the weekend that is,
Yep.
of October 2023.
Yep.
Stewie, we done the last report out of the boat, mate.
We did, mate. Flathead
Yep.
Classic, last day, 29th of September. And, mate, we had a bit of it was interesting.
We did all right. We got
Yeah.
8th overall. Wasn't too bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Out of 270 teams, right about.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of flatties caught, Stu.
6,699 flathead caught by 638 people.
I thought 670.
No, 630, I think.
Oh, was it? Anyhow,
Anyway.
there's a lot of people.
There was a lot of people, a
There
lot
was
of flathead.
a lot more fish caught. So average is about 10 flathead per person for the 3 days, 2.5 days. So
Yeah.
they
And
were
Dougie,
all
you
released. They were all released too for those people that stressing. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
lot of flathead caught, but everything was released.
Yeah, and you were above average, mate. You caught about 12.
Did
That's
not
all
too
right.
bad actually, Stuart. Thank you.
Anyway.
That's not true, by the way. Anyhow, so Stewie, we had a great weekend, and there's a lot of flathead caught, and to all of our customers out there, they had a great time as
They
well.
did,
I
mate.
think.
Yeah, some quality fish caught. Biggest fish, 92 centimetres, caught on a little 4-inch paddle tail. So a lot of big fish caught on small stuff, and a lot of small fish caught on big stuff.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And quite a few fish over 80. They were quite hard to find, but there's a lot of flatties out there. But let's get into the offshore report, because next week, I know the weather's terrible this weekend,
Yeah.
but come Tuesday it looks pretty good. Wednesday looks very good.
Yeah.
I think we're going out and chase some dolphin fish on Wednesday morning, Stu. That's our plan.
Well, that might be your plan, mate, but I've
Oh.
got flathead on my mind, because next
Oh,
weekend
gosh.
we've got the Dogwares Tuckerville Flathead Comp. And we're going to draw that later in this report. Dougie, you've got
Talk
a
about
lot
it
of
later.
tickets in there, mate. But anyway,
Yeah,
offshore, let's go.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and we've got a dolphin fish seminar coming up on, it was the 12th, but now it's the 19th of October. So if you want to book in for that, just ring the store here.
Yep.
I think it's already half full. Everything, we just advertised it today.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'll learn a lot about dolphin fish. So we'll get some footage next Wednesday. But the dolphin fish have been everywhere out there.
They have, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, so all the fads. So 12
Yep.
A, B, and C. I think there's only 2 of them. There might be B and C out there at the moment.
Might be, yep.
12
12 area.
Yep, 12 area, straight east of the Seaway.
Yep.
36 fathoms.
Yep.
Plenty of fish on there. And then obviously the ones further to the north, like FAD, I think 1 is up there and 13.
That's 13 is correct, yeah.
13
And then
is
FAD 3 out on the
Whatever,
50 fathoms
three.
doing really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the fads are producing,
That's right.
except the one in close, which only produces little kingies and the odd little dolphin
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
Although you will get bigger dolphin fish roaming around in about another month's time in close, but they just don't seem to go to the fad for some reason.
Just not yet. Yeah.
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 Yep. But anyhow, so plenty of dolphin fish around. We're going to teach you guys how to catch them in many different ways.
Yeah.
With baits, cubing,
Yep.
lures,
Trolling.
jigging, trolling,
Yep.
casting, soft plastics, the works anyhow.
Yep.
Yeah. But so if you want to go catch the dolphin fish next week, they'll be out there once the weather calms down a bit. The current has dropped off a bit too, guys. It was really ripping last week. It was about 2 to 2.2 knots.
Yeah.
Currently it's running about 1.4, 1.6. When it goes around the south, it should drop back even less, around about 1.2, I'm guessing next week. But when you've got a northerly wind, it can't only be 1.6 or 2 knots, but when you've got like northerly wind on top of that, it like enhances it to maybe 3 knots. So
Yeah.
it makes the float nearly go under. But anyhow, let's see where we go.
Yeah.
Snapper have been really good, Stu. In close, I heard a few snapper in close today caught actually,
Yeah.
Stuart.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's, and this morning.
Yeah,
early.
this morning
Yep.
early, yeah, it's a good fish caught.
Around that 24 fathom type area.
Yep.
18s, 24s.
Yep.
Obviously it was quite windy, so this is Thursday the 5th we're talking.
And very
But,
early this morning.
Very early this morning, it
Yep.
wasn't too bad. A little window, and a couple of customers got out there and smashed them.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep. And the charter boats that have been getting out during the week in that wind are still catching great snapper. I saw some really good cobia caught in close by the charter boats as well, around that sort of 10, 15 kilos. And also still the odd jewies as well getting caught, even though it's just late in the year, there's still jewfish being caught during the day too on live baits. Definitely a few marlins starting to get around, a few striped marlins still out wider. And Stewie, the tuna, mate.
Tuna, mate. So yellowfin tuna we're talking. So this is out wide. Dougie, trolling those bigger tube type style heads.
Like that sort of type of thing.
Been working quite well.
The guys up off Moreton Way or North Straddie sort of area
Yep.
have been casting stick baits, Stewie,
Yeah.
like that sort of, your arms along them.
So these are Osha and Saltiga. So these are like kind of Dyer and Shimano's premium type style stick baits. And you don't have to re-rig them. Like the hooks on there are fine already. They're perfect. and they're just ready to go.
We have a massive range of stick baits and poppers, guys, for yellowfin here, including timber ones and a whole heap downstairs.
Yep.
And we have the gear to do it as well. But it's a great thing if you're out there this time of the year trolling around and you see the fish forced up to the top, or you see bait fish on the sounder and they're maybe 60 metres down, and you can see the tuna on the bait. Cast your stick bait out because they'll come up and grab it.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. So give it a crack. Stu, a lot of big pearlies caught this week on ball jigs again, mate.
Ball jigs, mate. Yeah,
Really
Globite,
nice to get out wider.
Shimano style.
Yeah.
They're all they've all been working. So that's a couple of those ones. And like Dougie, we always say it, but fish as light as you can generally.
Always.
But in that 80 to 130 metres, you're going to be looking at around about, say, a 80 to 150 gram jig, depending on the current and the wind.
That's using like about a P3 line. If you're using like the old school 80-pound braid,
that's right.
You really need to jump up to about a 200 to 300.
200 to 300, yeah.
Like
Biggest style jig.
Biggest style thing.
Yep.
Jig and slow pitch. Big pearlies love it, as do snapper and everything else. Kingies and amberjack. The kingies and amberjack are starting to show up down south on about 2800 southern latitude and 2801, where the snapper been actually, and then a bit further south. And they'll progress to be more commonly caught on jigs. That's the snapper. The kingies and amberjack until probably mid-November, late November. So next sort of 2 months. So if you get the opportunity to go out and catch some snapper, then you can swing around, either do dolphin fish or you can do jigging. Yeah. It's quite a good fishery at the moment.
Yep.
Stewie, in closer, span crabs have been caught again, or span crabs in close.
Yep.
When you get the weather, that is. So mid this week is definitely a good time to go span crabbing.
Yep.
What else is happening on shore at the moment? As I said, cobia around, Dewey's around, in close. A few Maori cod and parrotfish,
general
fish.
bottom demersal stuff, like in around that, say, 18 to 36 fathoms, I'd say. Yeah,
definitely, And a few blue eye out wider. If you get the weather this week and you get that window midweek to get out, you can try jigging with big jigs like that. We have a huge range of sort of 500 to 1 kilo jigs at the moment in different brands.
Yep.
And they definitely work really well in that deeper water. Usually about a P4 or P3 minimum, P4. And you need at least 600 metres of braid on your reel to do it. Yeah. Hard work, ticket box, good effort.
Yep.
Okay, so now we'll venture inshores, Stewie. So jumping pin, well, we know it's flated up there, mate.
We do, mate.
Yep, lots.
Yep. I'd probably say half of the fish were caught up there and the other half at Crab Island, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So a lot of fish caught up down this end, but definitely a jumping pin was good as well.
Yep.
They haven't really showed up in the deep this year for some reason. There's been a couple of bursts here and there where the guys have done really well, but it's just on the day. If you're there and they're there, you will catch big flatties in the deep. We're talking about in the deep means like Kalinga Bank, Short Island, and out towards the bar entrance where Swan Bay comes out. And you're fishing anywhere from on the edge of the bank, which is only a metre deep, to maybe 10 or 12 metres deep.
Yep.
And otherwise we're up in the flats chasing the flatties in shallow water.
Yeah.
So, so give it a go in the deep still while there's a chance you might get them there at the moment.
Yep.
Stu, vibes like this type of thing here, mate? Would you
Yeah,
use those vibes on the flatties? This is a new one.
Mate, they are.
All the new TT vibes and soft vibes and the new metal vibes just turned up here today. We got them on the shelves already for tomorrow.
Yep.
And every colour they do, every size they do, we took the lot.
So these are the new TT Quakes. And do you know why, Dougie? These things are going to have the fish quaking in their boots.
Oh, Australia's a bit of a
they don't
rhythm to that, mate.
They don't really wear boots, but they don't know. So we'll say it.
Well,
but they'll be quaking.
Your fish might, mate. My fish swim a bit faster, mate. They got runners on.
Yeah. So that's the biggest size. That's 36 grams and about 100 mil.
Yep.
These ones here, 13 grams, half ounce. And mate, perfect size for those flatties on the flats, Dougie, and a little bit of light deep water work.
Yep.
But if you like the more metal style, and like these are going to work really good because fish haven't seen them. So they're brand new, as Dougie said, but that's like a little
crazy colours in them too.
Yeah. All the colours are really UV, Doug. So
very.
They're going to smack it.
Yep.
And so they do them in a 5.5 gram and an 8 gram. So I think 8 grams is a little bit over a quarter ounce, and a 5.5 grams are around about a 6, something like that.
I have no doubt these will actually smack the like squid and everything, just like we normally use on the other brands that we've previously used. They're the same sort of thing. Stewie, a lot of flathead caught trolling as well, mate.
Mate, it's been really good.
Yeah, so we sort of half trolled, half cast in the Flathead Classic.
Yep.
Depending on the tide and the situation that we were in, the wind, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're trolling little things like this around, Stewie.
Yeah, so little duos worked really good. A couple of the winning teams obviously use them as well. And they work really good. Dougie always had a Samaki on one of the rods as well.
Yeah,
like
there's a new Samaki coming out, which everyone in the team bag's got it. We caught a few fish on those too, the little pink one.
Smaller, so a little bit smaller than that, 50 mil.
But we haven't got it here yet because they're not available yet. But when they come in, they'll be good too.
Yeah.
Stu, outside the pin, there's still threadies getting caught all over the joint.
Threadies, mate. Yep. So,
and as bycatch, so everyone's fishing for flatties or whatever they might be fishing for, and catching these metre to metre 30 long, 10, 15, 20 kilo threadfin salmon, which are delicious to eat.
Yeah.
Great to let go too, though.
Better to eat.
Yeah. And they've been caught everywhere from, actually, a customer got one in front of us in the Flathead Classic near Tipplers.
Yeah.
So from Tipplers all the way back to Cabbage Tree Point.
Yep.
Just on the flats and just with the bait and just as bycatch, not intentionally fishing for them. So give them a crack,
Yeah.
Yes, Stu. So mud crabs, a few mud crabs showing up. There's been a lot of sand crabs. If you've got the chance, if you're in jumping pin area and want to go for a bit of a run up to the southern end of the bay.
Yeah. So we're talking like just past.
Yeah, Blakesley's and Peel to sort of Redland Bay.
Yep.
And that quadrant area. And there's so many, and they're big crabs. They're like 18 centimetres across the shell, point to point.
That's big.
That's big. Yeah, and lots of like 20, 30, 40 in a session overnight. So not too bad.
Yeah.
Down the centre of town, I'm going to go put my pots out maybe on the weekend or early next week, and I'll let you know how I go next week. For sand crabs. Stewie, down the Broadwater in town, we'll come down the centre of town, mate.
Yep.
A lot of flathead caught.
A lot of flathead, mate.
Yeah.
Lots of flatties, particularly around like those Crab Island banks and all that type of thing.
Yep.
Low tide's been better. Obviously, during a low tide, there's a lot of area where they can't be. So they're going to flood off of those banks and fish the drop-offs.
Yep. So, as Stewie said, that you've got to find the holes. Find the holes, you'll find the fish at low tide.
That's right. Just even on the outside of Crab itself, like all of the bait and everything floods out of the island. You'll catch them just doing laps around the island itself. So
trolling or casting.
Yep.
Right. So you've been using your secret juice here, mate.
This has been really good to me.
Yeah.
Dougie, we've been a dealer for around about, I'd say, nearly 2 weeks now.
2 weeks,
2 weeks. And it's called Bait Pop. So, look, it's initially was designed, it somehow makes your lures look bigger if you've got the live target. So the fancy sounders, fishing dams and stuff with Barra, and a few jackfishermen use it and stuff like that as well. But it is a scent as well, and it's got glitter in it, and I actually think it works really good.
Well, 99% of our sales have been guys as a scent, not as a make you a little bit bigger on the screen. And it's obviously been very good. We've got repeat guys buying it now, so it's really good.
And like as I think I said on a previous one, there's two colours. There's chartreuse and pink, which we're currently out of stock with, but we will be getting some soon. No, but pink.
Oh, pink we're out of here.
But you can use it. It's UV, so you can actually paint a stripe on your lure or put a bit under the chin or whatever. If you want to enhance that look on the lure, you can use it like a dye. But otherwise, I think all of them have the glitter in it, Dougie, and it sticks really well.
All the colours work, but just some do, you can make them
better
more colourful.
Different.
Yep. So Stewie, the flatties are everywhere, and obviously the Seaway's been a little bit quiet, but again, same deal. If they're on, we've got it deep as well, which is around the Seaway, North Wall particularly. And when they turn up, in big numbers and big size. But you just got to be there on the day, which could be any day now. But maybe even it might be late this year. It might be on the next moon coming out later this month. So a few jacks starting to get caught, trolling things like this little fella here, or casting.
Deeper diving stuff. That's a DS80. So
couple on Barra too, by the way, up north.
Very good.
Mondrian and Wonga or whatever. Stu, squid. There's still squid around.
There is, mate. So fishing those channels. Arrows. All the channels, Dougie. So that deeper water. Like around that 2.5 size.
Yeah, the water temp's still around 21 to 22.5, depending where you are, which is a good temperature still for the squid, so it's probably even colder down deeper, I dare say. Stu, I've been still getting the whiting, and I see they're still smacking them up around the council chambers at the Rang River. Also, Pimpama's been going quite well, and a few around the Broadwater as well. I keep pushing these rigs because I know how good they work. With the Abbeys or beach worms or bloodworms. The Shinto rigs, they come in a 2-hook, 2 lots of 2 actually, paternoster type, or just your standard running sinker type rig. But the dressed hook is what makes it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, not the bait.
Yep.
They're really good. Stewie, Johnny, the Jack Guide.
Johnny, my lure box. We've got
Yep.
the soft glide still in stock.
Yep.
And Dougie, these caught quite a few big fish.
A lot of big fish caught in the comp. A lot of guys use them now.
Yeah.
And they've got the pre-rigged one, so you don't have to try and invent your own rig.
No.
You just use it when it gets torn apart by a monster. You take the rig out and
tails.
put it in the next one. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yep, great idea.
Yeah.
Stu.
Dougie, while we're down this end as well,
Yeah.
if you want to catch fish and it's windy and you just want to go out there and catch fish, I know it's going to sound very strange. People are going to say they're bait, but there are so many slimies, Dougie, in the seaway on that run-in tide, mate.
Well, they're not bait, they're food too. They actually taste not too bad if you're into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're into it. You're really selling the dream, Dougie.
Well, the big slimies are about this size, and if you're not into it, may I give you a hint? They are one of the best Spanish mackerel baits around. My suggestion would be to go out there, get them, cryovac them, put them in your freezer, get ready for about 2 months' time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because they're in the Broadwater, but you don't get seasick catching them.
Yep.
And you just got to put up for the boats zooming around, but
Yep.
they're just everywhere, and they're big slimies.
They are, mate. Yeah. So spinning metals have been really good.
Yeah.
Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You use bait. You can catch them on bait jigs as well, but metals you catch one at a time. They're easy to manage.
They're
You don't
great fun.
rip the
They
faces
go
off.
hard too.
Yeah, they do. They go real hard.
On your whiting gear, they're great fun.
Yep.
You know, your garfish gear, whatever. Oh, talk about garfish, a few garfish around too.
It has been.
So the
Yeah.
Otto, you got 42 or something the other day, and good size. So I don't know if I've ever seen garfish around that in those numbers, that size in October,
No.
but they're around.
there.
Yeah, there,
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Yeah.
I guess the water temp's similar to what it is in May when they're here in numbers.
Yep.
So that's why they probably
They've had a
come
bit
back.
of time to grow,
Yeah.
so there's
Yeah,
not a
that's
lot of
right.
the small ones. They're all big.
Yep, correct.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true. So in the Broadwater, crab-wise, as I said, I'll let you know during the week. And probably that's about it for the Broadwater. Beach-wise, Stuart, it's been
Like,
windy.
I think it's going to be a bit blown
Yeah.
out. But yeah, big swell too.
Bit of swell on. Plenty of beach worms though at the beach. Lots
Yep.
of beach worms everywhere. So just once you find, look, that bit of flat beach where it comes a bit onto an angle, into a deeper area, in that area it'll work.
Yep.
Yep. And use your old frames, whiting, Taylor, slimy mackerel fillets after you fillet them.
Yep.
Whatever.
Anything. Yep.
They all work
Yep.
to catch the worms. Stewie, on the freshwater scene, we'll go into freshwater now, mate.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yep.
been a fair few bass. Still that wild stuff's been going really good.
Yep.
So this time of year, obviously, is warming up. So and the sunrise is getting a little bit earlier. So you'll definitely get a surface bite, Dougie. First light, last light.
Yep.
But little cicada patterns. That's just a little atomic one.
Yeah, so the atomic ones
Yeah.
now are fur coated like Tiamco and some of the other
Yeah,
brands
that's
out there.
right. Yeah, fur finish.
Fur finish. So we've got those now, makes them float a bit higher off the water and they sit more natural and they work really well.
Makes a different
Yep.
noise when they land as well. It's more of
Yep.
a softer landing, more
Yep.
natural.
More natural, yeah.
Yep. And Dougie, in the dams,
Yep.
the fish are still
they got
deep vibes, mate.
Especially that purple one's got to
100%.
go. Yep.
That heavier size, very ZX type style in the TT. No, in the Eco gear. Sorry,
Yep, that's
but
right.
these are the TT equivalent, and they'll absolutely smack it. Yep.
Give it a go. Okay, so bass below, we're talking about around the Weir area, Wollumbar, Nerang, Coomera, Albert, wherever it might be.
Yep.
Give it a crack.
Yeah.
Stu, I think that's about it for our fishing report.
That is.
And we're about to do the draw.
Yep.
So we will do this in about a minute's time. We have a lot. I mean a lot. Lots of tickets in here from everyone that's participated in our flat thing. $50 spend it was, and you got a ticket into the draw. Thank you for those who did that, and good luck to you in the draw. Let's do it now, Stuart.
We shall.
Okay.
So Dougie, mate,
Stuart,
the time has come.
it has come.
We have run this competition for about 3.5 months.
We have, and we've
There's
got
plenty of entrants, as you showed off before, mate.
Don't know how many tickets there are, maybe thousands.
Yep.
Yep.
Now,
So the comp, Stuart. I guess let's tell you a bit about it first. So there's 5 of us fishing, 5 boats, 5 of us.
normally 4, 5 this year.
5 this year.
Yeah.
And we draw out 5 people, plus we draw out 1 reserve who may not get to fish in the comp, but if someone of the first 5 can't make it on next Sunday week, which is the 15th of October,
Yep. They're in.
they're in.
Yep.
Yep, that's right. So And then we meet down at Paradise Point boat ramp at around 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then one of those 5 people then draw out one of us out of a hat, and they fish with us in the boat for the day.
Yep.
And we fish similar rules to Flathead Classic.
Same point scoring system, Dougie.
Yeah, same as the old one actually. So no 10 points on Little Fish.
Yep, that's fine.
There's 5 points and no photo.
Yep.
I have a different rule though. Anything over 55 centimetres, you've got to take a picture holding it so we can get some good pictures, and we give you a bonus 10 points on top of your point score.
I hate that rule.
And I like
This is a Doug bias comment. But anyway, we'll get into that in another time.
Okay,
Anyway.
Stuart. He doesn't catch many 55 centimetre fish, obviously.
Obviously not. Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry, we've run this comp for about 8 years. Always been promised a trophy. I've won 7 times. Dean, you've won once, and Dougie has won none. That's why there's no trophy. But I can guarantee you, if there is a Dougie win this year, which is very unlikely, because he's only got a 1 in 5 chance, and he's more of a 1 in 1 chance of winning with no photographic proof,
Okay,
that
Stu,
there will be a trophy overnight. Okay, let's go.
Stuart, you say, I'll have my say on the day, okay? Okay, so Stu, I was going to draw the first one out, but I'm going to draw the first one out.
You can draw the first one out, mate. You can draw the first one out.
So what I'm going to do, guys, sorry about Stu's ramble there before. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to call the number out. The person, Helen, lovely Helen, my sister works here, will look at the number in the computer, she'll then call us back the name.
The number that we yell at is actually the receipt number. So
receipt number,
no one keeps receipts these days, but we've written them all down.
There's no names on the tickets.
No.
Okay, there we go. I'm digging deep. There's a lot there stuck in my hand, so I get one of them out. Okay. It's a green ticket. It is ticket number, Helen. Oh. 10926. Oh, Christian Cross. Well,
Yes!
let's just hope he doesn't.
Actually, this is bad because this is just before another flathead comp, but that's
Oh, it
okay.
is.
Christian,
Okay.
you will be fishing with me. Don't worry, I'll pick you up from your house. Okay.
You may not be going fishing with someone else.
Go to,
Okay.
Dougie, go to.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you draw out 2 lots of Christian Cross, well, obviously we do a redraw. Oh, hand stuck. It's coming. We'll get through them. Okay. Helen, number 9603. That's one of the early ones I do say. Ed Johansson, you are in. So we'll contact all these people, get their numbers on the computer screen there. Stu, you're up for the next 2. Mate. I'll
Nice.
do the last one. The last 2. I'll draw the last one each. It's hard to get one out, isn't it?
It's very hard.
Yeah. Guys, it's a great comp. So we have run about, I told about $1,500 worth of prizes. Even the 5th person obviously gets a prize, which is normally Stewie sometimes. But anyhow, so everyone gets a prize. And the first one I think is about $500 worth of gear, or $600 worth of gear.
Yep.
And we have a great time. Yeah. And you learn heaps. You fish with one of us guys, one of us 5 for the day, and please take in everything if you are drawing out. Please take in everything on that day and learn.
Yep.
Just not so much like turn up our spots though, because we're very competitive, so we give our best spots. So, it's a day of sharing knowledge.
That's it. Hey, Halsey. Number 12310.
She's typing in the computer at the back.
So Nathan Shields, you're in.
Oh, okay. Stu, go again, mate.
Number 11852. Glenn Whitehead,
Oh, Glenn, well done, mate.
you're in as well.
Yep.
And Dougie, here you go.
That's 4 now, right?
4. That's
So
4.
this is the last person that's actually going to be fishing in the comp, and the 6th one's going to be the reserve.
Just in case.
I'll go over the left side over here. Dig one out of the corner. Okay, Helen, it's number 9853. That's from a long time ago, that one. Kev Hall. So Kev Hall, Hopefully you can make it, my friend. You're in.
Yep.
And now the reserve. So the reserve, I'm sorry, you may not be fishing, but you may be fishing. Depends on those other 5 guys.
You go, Dougie.
Okay. You sure, Stu?
I'm fine, mate.
Okay, mate. You just...
Got to let you have a win every now and then, mate.
Jeez. Just all I have to put up with every day. Okay. Tell them ticket number 12273. Ben Quick. So Ben Quick, you're the reserve. So we will contact all you people probably tonight?
Tomorrow. Yep.
And we will see you soon.
That's it.
Okay, so thank you everyone who participated. Sorry if you didn't make it in. There's next year. And yeah, that's it. So we'll see how we go. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.